Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It is not a date or time specific reading. So whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it might be your message at that time. You can be here as a cross watcher for a Libra. And you may need to flip the energies around. That's totally fine. I'll remind you when I pull the spread. I do want to first wish our Libra sun signs a happy solar return. Yay! I love Libra season. I have a lot of Libra in my chart, so I feel like I'm one of you. So yeah, have a fabulous year. All good things. Nothing's out of reach. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. Also, if you have any planets or points in the sign of Libra, Aries, Capricorn, or Cancer, those are the cardinal signs. So your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, your Venus, your Mars, your Mercury, and let's throw in the North or South Node in one of those cardinal signs. At the time that I'm recording this, we are in the energy of the full moon in Aries, and those with placements in cardinal signs will feel it the most. Powerful lunation. I did upload a reading for it yesterday, so be sure to check it out. Full moons are about release, so there could be a lot of stuff that gets purged, quite frankly. So especially with regard to relationships, because it's the we, me polarity. Aries is all about me, Libra is all about we. So when we have a full moon in Aries, yeah, it can be bumpy. I'm going to go ahead and pull from Dragon Oracle to activate the reading. Do remember it's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. If you do want a private reading from me, there's a link in the description box below that will take you to my booking page, and you can read all about it and scroll through the testimonials, see what people are saying about their experience, okay? Here we go. Well, this is kind of nice. You get the air and water dragon. Helps you connect to higher frequencies. Trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, be open to enlightenment, and express your inner song. Air and water helps you connect to higher frequencies. Yeah, this is talking about reaching for your next highest timeline, trusting your intuition on how to get there, even developing your psychic abilities. So if you feel like you've got some strong intuition, work on it. There are plenty of, you can just Google that, right? Develop my psychic abilities. Google that, and you're going to find lots of programs, and some for very reasonable rates to help you develop your psychic abilities and skills. So I leave you to it. Here we go. I'm going to pull the spread, give you my general impressions, and then we'll get the details from the clarifiers. Let's see what we've got. 7 of Wands. Oh my goodness. Okay, so when I do this spread, it's a split soulmate spread. I set the intention that this side is for the sign I'm reading for or about, which in this case is Libra, and that would make this side Libra's divine counterpart. It can be reversed for you. That's not a problem. And especially if you're a cross watcher, you may identify with this side of the spread. That's fine. Just claim it. Here we go. We're coming in with some defensive energy or some resistant energy. I'm going to say resistance because that was a powerful theme in the full moon in Aries reading that I did. It's about releasing resistance, especially resistance to change. So with the 7 of Wands, there's something that we might be resisting or pushing back against, one side or the other, or maybe both of you. So let's look at it. In the past, your person has this beautiful Knight of Cups, and you have the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel this is a point where things were going very well. Could have been the beginning of something very powerful, very romantic even. Present energy for this person is coming through as the Devil, which is talking to me about egoic resistance and fears. Yeah. Like the ego tries to keep us small, right? The ego says, no, Laura, don't do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do something you've never done before. You don't want to set yourself up for a fall or to get hurt. You want to stay over here where you're nice and safe. That is what the ego does. And it is adaptive because it helps us as we grow and mature from children into young adults and then on into later adulthood to kind of know our limitations in some situations, right? It's why we don't leap off the roof to see if we can fly. Okay? Our egoic resistance says, yeah, no, that's not good. So that's what I feel I'm seeing here. And then in the future for this person, the Queen of Wands. And Queen of Wands is powerful energy. It could represent some karmic influence here that's happening for this person now and in the future. But it could also represent their strong desire for you, for the connection. Now, in your present energy, we have the Page of Cups. This sweet Page of Cups is seeking some sort of message from the heart, either one that you would deliver or one that would be received. And then going forward, 10 of Pentacles, ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. This is talking about the future and the long haul and a long-term relationship. Maybe the beginnings of life partnership feels to me like you began here. And right now there's sort of this disconnect because your person may be resistant due to some fears. So they'll get over it. They will. They'll work through it. But right now, I'm just kind of moving through the paces. And let's see where we are. 7 of Wands. Very similar energies to the full moon reading. Yeah. This person is resisting you. You come through as the 9 of Pentacles, and they're resisting, like they're going through some risk assessment, you know, and normally the King of Wands doesn't hesitate, takes action, claims what they want. And I feel like because it's coming from the bottom of the deck, and for those of you who are new, welcome. When I pull from the bottom of the deck, what I'm tapping into is unconscious awareness or something playing out behind the scenes. And I feel like this person doesn't trust themselves, right? There's something they're resisting. They don't trust what they're leaping to. So this King of Wands kind of coming through reversed, more like the unavailable lover, right? Somebody who just isn't willing to take the chance and go all in. So I do feel like the ego is playing a little game with this person. I do think they get beyond it, but for now, it's a little bit of a struggle. So let's see the Knight of Cups in the past. By the way, welcome to you newcomers, and I hope if you enjoy the reading, you will consider joining us here by clicking subscribe. I appreciate that greatly. So we have the Knight of Cups in the past with the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the 4 of Pentacles. I almost feel like this person was in process, like they were kind of seeing what they wanted. They were seeking that wish fulfillment. They were coming in with their heart open and nothing to hide, right? Like I'm an open book. Here's my heart on a silver platter. And then something shifted and became a struggle for this person. And the 10 of Wands is something that was weighing on them, or that became really burdensome. And so I'm seeing that as the point where they shut down. So I'm going to go out of order here because normally I would just keep progressing, but I want to look at this Ace of Pentacles. My thought is that there could have been some energy of expectation that this person perceived. I'm not saying that it's legit. I'm saying if they perceived it, if they felt it, and it could have weighed on them very heavily. I want to see what happens over here when I look at the Ace of Pentacles on your side. 9 of Wands, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords. You wanted more of a commitment. And I feel like you were holding out, persevering. The 9 of Wands is what you have. They had the 10 of Wands. And I kind of feel like you got a clue, like, oh, this isn't going the way I thought. You had a lot of questions, and maybe you asked those questions, and maybe you just said, hey, what is it that you're seeking in a relationship? How do you see things moving forward? And it may have been just your desire to kind of understand better, and to see it more clearly as it is than how you wanted it to be. And it was perceived as some form of pressure to this person, and they just shut down. Like things were good enough for them in the early stages of things. And then you come in with, well, like, what do you see for the future? And it's like, whoop, this person just shut down. Innocent enough. I'm certainly not ascribing blame anywhere. I'm just showing you what I see. Then it can help you determine if this reading resonates for you. We have the devil here for them in their present energy. The present experience of the connection. Wow. I think their fear is that if they go all in, right? If they take the chance, they're not going to have their happily ever after, that you're just going to walk away, right? This is somebody who's pressing the brakes, pumping the brakes. There's a standstill right now. I think it's temporary, as the Hanged Man often is, but nothing's happening as this person sort of reassesses things. I'm not seeing the Two of Pentacles, but I'm feeling it, like that kind of like, what am I really dealing with here? What they're fearing is if they open their heart and they reach for the ultimate, happily ever afters don't happen for them, and you're just going to walk away. So here they are, all kind of pent up, waiting for some enlightenment, which is good, and hopefully looking at the whole situation from the 30,000 foot view, at least in their unconscious awareness, like, is this me or is this really happening? Because thoughts are not things, but thoughts can become things, right? Perception can become reality if we live only in that viewfinder, only in that bubble. And what this person would be best served to do is to say, I'm going to look at this from 30,000 feet, from a safe vantage point, so that I can really see things from all perspectives, not just my own. And maybe I'll even run it by somebody else that I really trust, right? Like, what do you think's happening here? Do I have any reason to really be afraid? Because I do feel I'm looking at fear, and it's egoic resistance to taking that leap, to claiming this connection, scooping you up, taking you off the market. You see where I'm going, and like forging a path to happiness and life partnership. So they're a little freaked out. It happens. Let's see in the future here with the Queen of Wands. Yeah. They're coming towards you because they're not going to be able to help themselves. That's the other part of the devil, right? They wanna reconcile for their fears. They're going to have regrets. Could be that what you're experiencing right now in this connection, I'll know in a minute when I get to the Page of Cups, is this person might be like a little bit control freakish at this time. Because that's, when we're in egoic resistance, when we're in some form of a fear, a fight or flight response, and we don't understand why, we tend to over control. So I'm normalizing that. That's normal. But I feel like in the future, this person cannot help but be drawn to you. You're the Queen of Wands in this situation. It's like moths to a flame. So there's temptation, right? The lack of an ability to resist that temptation and the pull that they feel to you. That's the upside of the devil. The bad downside is that they're gonna express a lot of regrets. Well, it's downside for them because they feel like they may lose you. So they're going to explain this and seek some form of a reconciliation, or at least some understanding on your part, making peace, not wanting to lose an opportunity with you, but it's not going to come unless or until they can really get a handle on the truth of the situation. The truth of the situation is you were just asking questions. You just wanted to know, hey, where do you stand? How do you see things? What are your relationship goals? You know what I mean? Sometimes when you're first getting to know somebody, or as a relationship progresses, it's normal to have those kinds of questions. And sometimes it progresses the connection, and other times it throws some people into reverse. And that's what I think I'm looking at here. So let's look at your present energy of the Page of Cups. Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like what you truly desire, what you truly want, is for this person to return. I think a kind word from, something sincere from the heart would go a long way to healing whatever it is that's sort of fell apart here. And it doesn't feel like it totally fell apart. It feels like there's been a retreat, right? This person pulls back, feels somehow burdened, is exploring it now, trying to understand themselves. There are certain cards that I'm feeling the energy of, like the Hermit, for example. I feel like this person is really trying to take a radical self-inventory for their behaviors, because they want what you have to offer, and they will come get it, and they're going to have a lot of regrets to live down because they freaked out. And that happens. And I feel like you're open to whatever message they come in with, because you really feel connected to this person. Past life soulmate, Six of Cups, warmth, comfort, nostalgia. Just come back. We'll work it out. As long as you speak from your heart, there isn't anything we can't fix. And that's what I'm seeing. And then in the future, here they return, and the Ten of Pentacles is on your side. Yep. 3 major arcana land on that 10. I feel like this person definitely returns. Divine time unfolds. I don't think it happens unexpectedly. I do think you see it coming, because I have a feeling there will be some communication. 6 of Wands. And you're going to see this person differently. You're going to see them stepping into the role of divine masculine. You're going to see them choosing the connection, the soul bond, the sacred connection that it is. And you're going to see them take that step of, yeah, of course, eventually I want like a life partner, or marriage, or a family, or blended families, or, right? They're going to start to fill in the blanks, which is all you really wanted in the past. So I see things coming up roses for you here in the near future. Timing wise, it's not going to happen overnight, but it's unfolding. It's unfolding. So before I give you the astrology that showed up here, I'm going to continue the reading. So if this is speaking to you, there is a link in the very first sentence of the description box below that will take you to the extended. I'm just going to push all these cards up, and then I'm going to pull a spread to look at the two of you together. Like when you're in each other's proximity, what are the strengths and challenges? What can you do about that or expect to come of it? I'm going to get your messages to and from each other. What do you really want to say to each other, or what are you trying to communicate energetically? I'll get a card from Spirit or the Universe. That's coming in as advice, confirmation, direction. Sometimes red flags come up. We'll look at the hidden energies, and we'll also look at what might unfold going forward if nothing were to change. And that's the beauty of tarot. If you're not nuts about the outcome, you have all the answers, all the places where you can make changes and shift your energy a bit to affect the outcome and get one that you desire. So that is the best use of tarot, is prescriptive, not predictive. I'm trying to make that a point to say. So here we go. We have the Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy. Fool is Uranus, which is rules Aquarius. We have Leo here in the King of Wands. Interesting, as I'm doing this reading, there is a square happening with the full moon in Aries. The square is difficult geometry between Venus, which is now in Leo, and Uranus, which is now in the sign of Taurus. So it's not lost on me that those energies show up with the Seven of Wands, right? A challenge there, a struggle of some sort. We have the Knight of Cups is Pisces, Capricorn in the Devil, which comes out twice. We've got Neptune here in the Hanged Man, which rules Pisces. Queen of Wands is Aries. Queen of Swords is Libra. There's your card. Page of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Knight of Wands is Sagittarian energy. Emperor is Aries. We have the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius. And we close with the lovely Lovers, which is Gemini. So that's what I have for you. Going to the extended now. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.